They got big plays on all sides of the ball. Tim Cook hitting the backfield. Nowhere to go on that one. Okay.
Like, if you would have told me that 20 years ago, when I moved here from Nigeria, that I would be able to be on that kind of stage with these kind of big time players like that, man, I would have told you you're lying. So like I said, a little bit about it. So I grew up in Nigeria, born in Nigeria, then grew up here in Houston. I got to see hard work first and foremost from my parents. I got to see what dedication, consistency, and work ethic looks like. We might not have had everything we wanted, but we had everything we needed. You know, and I give them all praise for everything, all the accomplishments, all the success, and everything that I ever had. But like I said, like football is amazing. We got to do a lot of things. Like I said, but I didn't know that that's what I wanted to do. Because growing up in a Nigerian household, I don't know if you guys know any Nigerians, but you got to be one of four things. You got to be either a doctor, you got to be a lawyer, you got to be an engineer, or you got to be a failure, right? You get one of those four choices. So growing up, that was kind of conflicting for me because I didn't want to do any of those things. My brother's an engineer, and my sister's she's in med school. So, you know, I'm kind of the runt. But not only did I get a full scholarship, I got multiple full scholarships at D-line at 180 pounds playing that. I was an all-state player in Texas. And long story short, like I said, we got to go. University here have started something. We had a goal or a dream, started something unfortunate we could not expect, deterred us and made us forget why we even did what we did. I know that was the pandemic for a lot of people, right? Like the pandemic really threw everybody's dreams, goals for the year. Everybody got those New Year's resolutions, right? You know, those were already ripped up by February, right? Like the pandemic was a once in a generation type thing that doesn't really ever happen. Like we might not have ever go through something like that again, but it happened. Everybody had to adjust. Everybody had to adapt. I for sure had to adapt. One moment I'm getting ready to go fly to DC to go play a football game. And the next moment I'm sitting on the couch eating a Twinkie, wondering if I ever play football ever again. It was frustrating. I felt lost. How many times have us ever like just gave into something? We did what we had to do. We committed to the process. We trusted it. Like we felt like we had the plan, we said it, and it didn't go the way we wanted, right? It didn't. That's gonna be life. That's adversity. I like to call adversity is like that jealous friend. We're gonna call that jealous friend Becky. Adversity is gonna be Becky today. Like you did. Like adversity is gonna be Becky today. Becky's that one friend that you just tell your goals and dreams, and it just laughs in your face. Like that jealous friend, right? Like it's like, yo, what's up? Adversity's Becky. She's that friend that you running in the park, you running to work out. She intentionally sticks her leg out there and you trip and fall, right? Everybody born equal, but some people work a little bit harder. White. I like to compare life and adversity to a bow and arrow. Which goes farther? An arrow where you throw it forward or when you pull it back on a bow? When you pull it back, right? Every time you're pulling that arrow back on the bow, each time you're pulling back, each time you're pulling that, each stress, each pressure, each friction, that's adversity, right? But if we break under the pressure, we're not even gonna go far. Like sometimes we give adversity in situations in our life too much of a magnifying glass. We blow it up to what is too much bigger than what it is, right? Have you ever had one of those moments in your life where it just felt like the world was about to end? Like there was nothing better could have came from this moment. I don't know whether you failed the test, you crashed your car, you couldn't learn, you lost your wallet, you lost some money, you felt like nothing could get better. A day go by, a week go by, maybe in a month, and you forget about it, right? Because life is about moments. But sometimes we get so stuck up in those moments, we're so close to the picture that we can't really see how blessed that we truly are, how much that you really have going for you. But sometimes when you step back, it gives you some kind of perspective on your life. Like that adversity that you thought that you couldn't ever get better, that you can never come back from. We had some people say he went broke, he was homeless, he's in his house. Like most people go into those situations and they can't come back from it because they're only seeing the situation. They only sometimes let the opposition be so much bigger than their future that it hinders them from ever growth. It takes a special person to really be at the bottom and rise to the top. Motivational speakers sometimes because motivation is like icing. Like it tastes good, it looks good, it feels good, but it's not filling. I could just give you all motivation today. Something happens tomorrow, you'll forget everything that I said, right? How she motivated them, how she gave back and poured into them is why I do what I do right now. Because at the end, even when she was on her last moments, she texted me. She sent me a text and said, good luck, keep working hard, have faith, and God's gonna keep pushing you. And that's what I wanna do for y'all every day, and that's what I do what I do, and that's why I'm happy to be in front of you guys today. I appreciate you guys.